before I turn in for tonight, I did say I was going to do this, so I got to do it. But I wanted to expand it a little bit because Ottawa's really generating a lot of clickbait. I mean rumors, don't I? Not really. So the latest clickbait is that Hoffman's probably not getting traded. They may be looking to trade Zach Smith, which doesn't surprise me because he makes $3.25 million. Brassard could be on the move. Yeah, he makes $5 million. Hoffman makes 5.1. Oduya is a rental, $1 million. He probably goes somewhere at the deadline. They currently have $7.03 million in cap space. Now, if the cap stayed the same, next year they have $13.1 million altogether. And their only RFAs of note are Stone and Ceci. $13 million should be able to pay for the raises on Stone and Ceci. Should. Condon's one I'm looking at and wondering if he may get bought out or something may happen to get Condon off the books because he's at $2.4 million for 2 more years, and I like Mike Condon, but I don't know if he's going to stick around. Now, all of this is a precursor because I think Oduya goes. I think Zach Smith will go if they can find a taker, and I honestly don't think any of these big three are necessarily going anywhere. And I'll say why. The market got set tonight by the Grabner deal, right? We're in agreement on that? We're not? No surprise. Media goes, well, there's the market. And then we go, well, no, I think you can get a first for. So, in terms of what you can get for Brassard and Hoffman, you don't need to worry about these guys because they're not rentals. Their contracts aren't coming up at the end of this year. Brassard's good till next year, and Hoffman's good for a while. Now, the weird thing is, and I'm working my way up to this, Karlsson. So we all want to hear about Karlsson, right? Where's Erik Karlsson going to go? What are they going to get for Karlsson? Nothing. Because the rumor has it, maybe 5 to 7 pieces are looking for. Meaning prospects, draft picks, and players. 5 to 7 pieces. I can't think of a team in the NHL right now that wants to lose 5 to 7 pieces to pick up Karlsson. And then there's the weird part. The really weird, kind of stands out like a sore thumb to me is, now there's rumors that if they deal Karlsson, they want Bobby Ryan as part of the deal too. If you force a team to take Bobby Ryan, that's 13 and $13.75 million in cap they're taking. So Ottawa would have to eat salary here. But something tells me the fact these two make $13.75 million put together, that tells me Eugene Melnyk might be pushing this. I know Pierre Dorion has complete autonomy. He doesn't have to go to Eugene Melnyk. Blah 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 blah. I don't want to hear it. This just seems fishy to me. It's sort of I'm trying to figure this out. Erik Karlsson could be worth, I'll say 5 pieces, but 7's insane. So if they're asking for 7 and a combination of draft picks, prospects, and players, they're insane. No team's going to do that. But yeah, Ryan, he's worth what now? 3 pieces? That's the part I don't understand is why try to get rid of Ryan's contract and devalue Karlsson at the same time. That's why this rumor to me doesn't make sense. And I don't buy it. And I know these guys have insiders. I know somebody called Bob McKenzie and told him this. But it doesn't make sense. I don't understand it. So you've got Karlsson, right? Let's say Tampa's in on Karlsson. Everybody's saying Tampa. Fine. Tampa's in on Karlsson. I'll go ahead and bite. Let's say they've got 5 pieces. So they give up first rounder this year, first rounder next year. Adam Ernie. I'm just going to pick up random prospects here. Sergachev. Sure, what the hell. Sergachev gets thrown in there. And then, a second round draft pick, something like that. And then some other player that I'm not even thinking of, like Nemesnikov or something like that. So it's some insane deal. So the Tampa fans can go, yay, we got Karlsson. Wait, we gave up how much? Then you throw in Bobby Ryan, and what's he worth then? Bag of chips? I don't get that part of it. That part of the rumor doesn't make any sense to me. So, the reporting I've seen today kind of dropped it. Because to me, it doesn't sound right. Of course, Ottawa wants to get rid of Bobby Ryan's contract. And of course, they don't want to just buy it out. Because then you have the cap hit on your salary cap for years to come. Plus, you have to pay him out. You got to buy that contract out. You get paid. Ask Vinny LeCavalier how that works. You get paid, and then Philly signs you. You get paid again. It's fantastic. So Bobby Ryan might be sitting there going, you know what? Buy me out. Awesome. Thank you. Now that I've been bought out, I can go sign somewhere else for $2.5 million. And somebody would give Bobby Ryan $2.5 million, thinking they could revive his career. There's 31 teams, soon to be 32. One GM somewhere is going to say, this kid, I can turn him around. He's still young enough, I can turn him around. He's just in his early 30s, I can turn that guy around. He can still be a 20-goal scorer in the league. He won't hit 30, but he can be 20, and if I can get him to 20, he's worth $2.5 million. But to me, part of what I'm looking at here is just the dollar figures, and with the guys who are being rumored, with the exception of Oduya, they're all big contracts. And it doesn't feel just like a sale. It doesn't feel like they're just selling. It feels like they're trying to bring their costs down, which is dangerous. Because when teams don't just try to sell, they're trying to drop their contracts down so they make a bigger profit. You can guarantee that team is going to take a nosedive on the ice. If somehow Hoffman got dealt and Karlsson, that's it. Ottawa is done for years. If you're going to make a Karlsson deal, do it in the summer. Do it in the summer. Do it with a lot of forethought. Sit down, talk to Erik Karlsson, and go, where would you like to play? If you couldn't play in Ottawa, if we can't work this out, where do you want to go? And he says, Tampa. So you go to Tampa and you ask Stevie Yzerman, what's Erik Karlsson worth to you right now? It's summertime. What's he worth? Yzerman says, you know what? I don't know if he's damaged goods or not. I want my doctor to look at him. Let me go and talk to him, and I'll get a doctor to look at him. So Yzerman goes and talks to Karlsson and says, hey, I got permission from the Senators to talk to you about what you want. How much money are you looking at? Just ballpark. Okay, we can work on that. That sounds like something we can possibly do. Do you mind if we have a physician take a look at that foot of yours? Because again, any team picking up Karlsson right now, are you getting a guy who's going to be damaged goods a year from now? It may look like just a minor foot thing. That's what Forsberg started out with too. And within a couple years, Peter Forsberg was done. He had all the heart in the world, but the body just said, yeah, no. Bobby Orr, same thing. His knees just went on him. Just done. Just bone on bone. Cartilage was gone. Karlsson has that kind of heart. He played on one foot during the playoffs last year, and I think that hurt him this year. And I think Tampa would know that. So in the summer, they go to Karlsson, they sit down, they get a doctor to look at him. Doctor says, you know what? He's actually okay. I've done all the strength testing, I've done all the endurance testing on him, and I've taken a look at it. We've done X-rays and MRIs and ultrasounds and every kind of test we could run, and he's in good shape. Tampa goes, all right, now we'll talk deal. That's not going to happen at the trade deadline. You're going to make a trade at the trade deadline for your standard. You might make a hockey deal. You might make a rental deal. But Karlsson has blockbuster written all over it, and I just don't see that happening at the deadline. Because you need to think it through if you're the team that's got to move this many pieces to get one guy. You might be able to do it at the draft table, but again, you got to sit down with Karlsson. You got to figure this all out, and it has to have days, if not weeks, of planning and figuring all this out, and then you announce the trade. If Ottawa wants to get back its maximum return on Karlsson, they don't trade him before Monday, and they don't trade him on Monday. There's no rush. His contract's not up till the end of next year. If he's to be believed, he's still happy in Ottawa. I was going to say Edmonton. In Ottawa, he's still happy. So I really don't think a Karlsson trade needs to happen. I think his name's out there because I think they want to see what they can get for him. But if they're looking for that kind of an awesome haul to make up for the Duchesne trade, and that's how this feels to me. Feels to me like Dorian's like, oh, geez, I took a bath on the Duchesne trade. I got to make it up. If I trade Karlsson, I got to get a king's ransom for him. And he's right. He's right. So do it during the summer. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And if you're a Sens fan, let me know what you guys think. And I'll talk to you again soon.